A lot of men think being nice will make people respect them. It won't. In fact, being too nice often does the opposite. People start ignoring you, talking over you, using you, disrespecting you. Not because you're a bad person, but because you're sending signals of weakness without realizing it. And once people feel they can cross your boundaries, they usually will. So in this video, you'll learn why nice guys get disrespected and how to become respected without becoming cruel. Let's make one thing clear. Being kind is not weak. Being respectful is not weak. Being calm is not weak. The real problem starts when kindness comes from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of being disliked, fear of losing people. That's when nice becomes fake. It stops being genuine kindness and becomes approval-seeking. And people can feel that. They may not say it directly, but they feel it in your tone, your hesitation, your body language, your inability to say no, your habit of smiling when you're uncomfortable, your need to keep everyone happy. That kind of niceness doesn't create respect. It creates an opening for people to dominate you. Because respect is not built on how pleasant you are, it's built on how solid you are. People respect strength, not submission. Human beings are always reading signals, not just words. Signals. They notice who stands firm, who apologizes too much, who changes opinions to fit in, who tolerates disrespect, who avoids eye contact, who laughs nervously, who folds under pressure. And once people sense that you won't defend yourself, your value drops in their mind. That's harsh, but real. When you constantly submit to keep peace, people stop seeing you as an equal. They start seeing you as someone safe to overlook, someone safe to interrupt, someone safe to dump things on, someone safe to use. This is why some men are good guys, yet constantly disrespected, while others say less, do less, smile less, and somehow command more respect. Because one is trying to be accepted, the other is comfortable being misunderstood. That changes everything. The nice guy often lives by one hidden belief. If I do enough for people, they'll value me. So he overgives, over-explains, over-accommodates, over-apologizes, over-tolerates. He thinks patience will earn loyalty. But in reality, excessive tolerance often teaches people that there are no consequences for mistreating you. That's the trap. The nice guy believes he's building connection, but he's actually training people to give less while expecting more. And the sad part? He usually doesn't even notice it happening at first. He tells himself, I'm just being mature. I'm just staying humble. I don't want drama. I'm the bigger person. Sometimes that's true, but sometimes it's just fear dressed up as virtue. And if you never challenge disrespect, disrespect becomes your normal. Part 4. Why boundaries create respect. The moment you set boundaries, everything changes. Not everyone will like it, but that's the point. Weak boundaries make you easier to access. Strong boundaries make people think twice. When you say, no, that doesn't work for me. Don't speak to me like that. I'm not available for that. I said what I said. You communicate something powerful. You communicate that your comfort, time, and self-respect matter. That changes how people deal with you. Because boundaries create consequences, and consequences create respect. A man without boundaries is emotionally available to everybody. A man with boundaries is selective, and selectiveness creates value. Not because you're playing games, but because you're no longer abandoning yourself just to keep others comfortable. Part 5. Why some people pull away. When you change. This part is important when you stop being overly nice. Some people will accuse you of changing. They'll say, "You've become cold. You've got an ego now. You're different." But many times, what they really mean is, "You no longer let me control the dynamic." That's why growth feels lonely sometimes. The people who benefited from your weakness won't always celebrate your strength. And you have to accept that. Not everyone deserves the same version of you, the version of you that had no boundaries, no standards, no backbone. That version was easier to use. So yes, some people may leave when you become more solid. Let them. Respect often costs access. And that's a price worth paying. Part 6. How to stop being disrespected. First, stop explaining yourself so much. The more you over-explain, the more it looks like you need permission to exist. Second, learn to say no without guilt. A clean no is more powerful than a resentful yes. Third, stop rewarding bad behavior with your presence. If someone constantly disrespects you, distance is the answer. Fourth, slow down your reactions. People respect emotional control, not emotional chaos. Fifth, mean what you say. If you set a boundary but never enforce it, people stop taking you seriously. And finally, accept that not everyone has to like you. This is the biggest one, because the need to be liked is what makes most men weak in social situations. The man who needs approval will always be controlled by the room. The man who approves of himself becomes harder to shake. Part 7. The balance. Now let's be smart. This is not about becoming arrogant. It's not about becoming rude, cold, hostile, egotistical. Real strength is calm. Real confidence is controlled. Real respect comes from presence, standards, and self-belief. The goal is not to become toxic. The goal is to stop betraying yourself. Be kind, but not available to disrespect. Be respectful, but not afraid of confrontation. Be good-hearted, but not soft-minded. That is the balance. That is power. If people keep disrespecting you, the answer is not to beg for more respect. The answer is to become someone harder to disrespect. Someone more grounded, more direct, more disciplined, more solid. Not louder, stronger. Because the world treats you differently when it feels that you respect yourself. And once that changes, everything changes.